has logs that he wants to get rid of for free.
Sorry.
Now he does have some interesting logs there that he's going to try to sell me. But the pine should be free. It usually is. So I get. And here's the mini little log truck. We're going to take it. Like it's pine and maybe some lowland cypress that has some good color. We'll see. Let's go see the logs. Some lowland cypress here. Pretty though. 19, 16 inches. Oh, it's so soft here. It's putting limbs down. That way it can load me. There you go. Probably like those 3 logs, they're right at 9,000 pounds. Probably what I'll tell them is you put the fat ones on there and then we'll mix some of the lighter stuff and then I'll do another trip today.
Do you have a big yard that you cut at?
It's about 6 acres, but I only use about 1 acre of it. And just kind of dump it off there, and then I let tree companies dump out there. I used to charge them, but the problem is they just kept bringing me limbs, and so I would have to charge them, and I had to burn all the shit, and then the city got mad at me for burning all the time. You know how it is. Ah, shit. Wow. That was crazy. That thing's big. Let me check. I think it is. Yeah, 5'8". You want me to spread them apart?
That's 6 foot.
Yeah, I could put it on the back. Good. Yeah, let's do that other big one, and then
the other short big one. The one that came off that side. The one that came off of that piece.
Well, I was saying that one that was on top because it ain't terribly heavy, and then let's put some of the smaller stuff on, and then I'll do a separate another trip. Yeah, we'll leave that for the last load. Like if I milled this out into like countertop sizes, I might could get $500 from this log, maybe. But it's pine though. Pine's kind of hard to sell. If it was oak, definitely. But like this, I might just keep for myself, cut boards or something, you know. Boards I only sell for like 10 bucks each, you know. You don't get a lot of money out of boards.
So you like to get some oak?
Yeah, white oak's the best for me. Red oak, I like the way red oak looks, but people are snobby. And then walnut, I'll pay for walnut. Like I bought walnut from him before. He did a job in Griffin, and we got a bunch of walnut from that one. I'm still milling the walnut from that one.
It brings good money?
Yeah, it brings better. But you know, the problem is walnut, a lot of times they're rotten in the middle and you don't know it until you cut it. So it's kind of like, it's hit or miss.
Where'd you get the truck?
I got that truck off of Facebook Marketplace. Guy was listing it, he was gonna part it out, and I said, well, how much for the bed? And he's like, I don't want to pull the bed. $1,500 for the bed. He said, I'll just give you the whole truck because it doesn't have reverse. I was like, sure, for $1,500. And then he had title and everything, and I took it home, and I spent about $35 getting the transmission rebuilt. You know, so I have about, you know, Probably 6 in it. I had to do oil pump, shit like that. But it's a good little truck. I used to have a bigger log truck, but bigger log trucks are just a magnet for DOT. Got back there. My biggest problem is finding time to mill all the logs. Like, you know, my brother mills some, I'll mill some, and I hate to say it, but I let some rot, you know. It's hard to mill, especially pine, because there's such little value in it. I got it from Harbor Freight. Harbor Freight sells it. Originally, they let you use a 25% off coupon, and you could get it for $1,500. Now it's like almost $3 grand with taxes. But I had modified it a little bit, make it do bigger, because I could do that big log on it. And a lot of like expensive wood miters can't do that. You just have to do some modifications to it and stuff. He's trying to get that to sit down flat. Good luck with that. That's good enough. Hey, put half more of that on there, and then when I come back,
How much did you pay for yours?
$1,500 delivered. They'll sell them used sometimes for like $1,200. I bought a used one. I got a backup one that's a used one. But out of the box, they can't do very long. They can only do like 9'6". But when I first started, I didn't have no heavy equipment. It was all just my back.
Heavy machine?
Yeah. After I did it for like 3 years, I was able to buy a Bobcat. My back's trash though. My back is terrible at this point though.
Because of this?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, I used to load logs like this by hand.
But this is what you like to do?
Oh yeah.
But this is how you live?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't live a very extravagant life. I live in a double wide, you know. My yard's just mud full of machinery and shit, you know, and old trucks, you know.
You got full coverage though, right?
No, just liability. Yeah, I don't put full coverage on anything. My wife has a Tahoe. I bought it like 2 years ago. I didn't think it would last this long. Has 450,000 miles. Interior's great. It does use a little water. I paid like $1,500 for it. Still driving it, you know. Why would I put full coverage on it though, you know? It's all trash. I used to do tree work years ago. Like I would volunteer with the tree guys in exchange for the logs when I was really poor, because I knew they had a skid steer, and I would say, hey, if you put them on my truck, I'll go work for you for a day, you know, until I was able to afford it, you know. And I used to roll them right off the truck onto the mill.
How do you get this off?
I'll drag this off. Like the big one I'll have to drag off, but the smaller ones I can lift up.
You got a grapple for yours?
Yeah. I don't run the grapple though, because it takes up so much weight. I just use forks. The grapple I got leaks everything.
That might be enough for that truck.
I think it is.
You're kind of pushing it right there.
Uh-huh. I mean, I'm gonna come back, so probably tell them that's about enough. What?
That's good?
Yeah, I've never seen it. I haven't milled this before, but normally it doesn't have a black center. So I don't know. We'll see how it turns out. Yeah, that's probably it for that. Yeah, we're good. Give me like an hour, I'll be back. All right, my buddy's gonna show me how to do the straps the official way. All tree guys, they got together and figured it out.
No, TikTok showed me.
TikTok. Oh yeah. Fold it over again. Okay, now he's undoing the top thing. Yeah.
And then stick it into this hole right here.
Big loops. Sticking it into the hole.
Stick it to that hole.
Uh-huh.
Hold it.
Uh-huh.
Take it up to the handle hole here.
Take it up to the handle hole.
Back through this handle hole. There we go.
And now they won't pull out, the wind won't take them.
These straps are a little long to do it. Or you can do it like that.
I've seen that way before, yeah.
I don't do it that way.
I don't care, whatever way gets me home.
That's tiresome.
I usually just tie them to something.
Yeah, it's on the other side.
Yeah. Pretty good load right here. That bull pine right there is square at the base, which is kind of cool. And then these cypress have nice black centers, so it starts out like that, but it goes to that black. So I'm kind of looking forward to those. So yeah, I gotta offload these, and I'm kind of curious to see if my machine can pick that up or not. But most of it will be lined up here for milling. And yeah, so I got to unstrap and get ready. Log yard's getting full. I got those I gotta mill. I got a lot of stuff I gotta get to. And let's see if the old skid steer will start and we'll offload. All right, kicking off the mud and gonna go get another load. I didn't go over 55. Yeah, I didn't want to do too fast, but it's pretty good. It was balanced pretty well, probably about 5 tons, maybe 8 tons. Yeah, so that bull pine I'm thinking about doing countertops out of because it's wide. It's like 31 inches at butt, and it's like 25 on the far end, which I'll probably cut off some of the far end and some of the butt so it's more even and skin it up a little bit. And yeah, it's going to be nice. It was real muddy. You saw how he tipped that machine. That kind of scared me a little bit. He's a good friend of mine. He owns a tree business, and I'll just say this: tree guys are harder on their equipment than anybody. Because it's all about getting it done, getting to the next job. And so he has a John Deere. He runs that thing into the ground, but he's got the maintenance package and all that. I don't. I try to baby my machine. That's all I have. She's digging. Good Lord. Yeah. This is a little small. I might even get 1 or 2 good pieces out of it. I might keep the long ones for posts, Yeah. Maybe split them once. Some, a lot of it is like repeat customers, but sometimes it's like.
I'll put it back in for you.
Awesome. Yeah, that's perfect. Like once you get like some repeat customers, like cabinet makers and stuff, it's good.
Get that little piece of log you cut.
Yeah. Keep it from rolling.
Go in there. Go around the back. Just throw it in when I tell you to. That might not need to. Throw it in where? Right at the bottom of the log.
Yeah, kind of wedge it.
Push it up against the log. Be short. It's touching it.
Oh yeah.
It's got a hold there. Run from the wrong side.
Yeah. About last year, I found a guy had a truck like this that was wrecked, and the engine had set up. I bought the whole truck for $1,000. I sold the cab for $500. I sold the engine for $500 because it was seized. I kept the transmission just to have a spare, and then I sold the rear end for like $200. I made back my money on it, and I got a bunch of extra parts. You know, that's what I do like downtime. Like if the sawmilling ain't going, I part out trucks. You know, I buy crap and part it out. That's good. I've had to cut them up. I've had to use, $20 worth of Sawzall blades cutting one up before. No. It's like, shoot. You'll do it. We can probably poke it down. That'd be all right. Another pretty good load. Cleaning up. Looking good. Pull it out and do it. Yeah, I think that one might be good. See what it looks like. The grain on this is really chunky. Look how big the rings are. They're like 1/4 inch. It's one of those trees that grows so fast. Installed, blade popping like that. What happened was I hit a knot on my way back and it just pulled it right off. The blade ran through 7 logs, so it's probably about time to change it anyway. Generally what happens is the metal gets looser and you add more tension as you go. So again, with these little branches and nubs sticking up, I should have just raised the machine after I went through. So, yeah, I'll put the blade back on. They'll do another 2-inch drop, so we got a nice flat edge, and then flip it over, and then just let that dog eat. So, yeah, what I'm doing here is sawmilling, and as you can see, I've edited out all the droning noise the sawmill makes. It's kind of boring. And yep, there's the flip. It's pretty beautiful little wood there. I've sped up this video to try to make it go faster. A lot of people want to see me do the actual milling part, and I try to accommodate that in my videos by just speeding up. There's the log flip. That was pretty cool. I did that with one motion without having to take it off the mill. And generally I'll do a first cut and then flat spot it so it doesn't move around a lot. And that's what you see me doing there. There's a C-clamp I use sometimes to kind of hold it in place, because the sawmill doesn't really have great bunker options. There's just 2 of them, and I just put a piece of wood in there that's sacrificial. That way I don't have to use a metal. They come with metal bars, but you hit them a lot, so, or you do when you're starting out. Yep. First cut goes in the trash pile. Drop down 7 turns, which is 2 1/4 inches. Zip, 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 zip. There we go. Milling it. Beautiful wood. I'm coming. So this is the what it looks like wet. It's looking really good. I want to see if it actually gets as dark as that cut was. But yeah, I think it's pretty. 13 feet long, cypress. They're looking. Hey, you gotta get the sawdust off this one. Yeah, right there. Right here. And yeah, pretty nice ones. 2 inches thick. I think these 2 actually are 2 1/2 or 2 1/4, and then 2 inch, 2 inch, 2 inch. Yep. So here they are after 24 hours. They're almost grayish black, which is weird. If I wet them down, the black really pops. Someone might build furniture with this. I don't know. That was what I actually paid for, was the cypress. All the other logs you see in this video were free. Free to haul away. And the cypress, he's like, hey, I got a bunch here. I got more at the house. Give me $100 for them. Does that sound fair? And I was like, sure. Now, that's a risk. I'm going to take that risk. I'm going to see if I can actually make money on it. But, you know, all business is a risk. So if I can't make money on it, I'll build furniture out of it. Benches or something, you know. This log yard is where I'm the happiest. Sitting at this mill. As much as I like to haul logs, I like to be here. I like the mill. So yeah, I got a little pine log on there now. It's a small, not very impressive log. I'm gonna cut 4x6s out for a shed build. I want to build a little shed, more or less for me to sit in, and I'm building it to the speculations. I can't even say it. To the specs of a mobile shed that are built on skids. I'm building it exactly the same way, skid spacing and all that, so you can get around building codes and whatnot. If it's on skids and it's movable, generally you can build something that's a little bit larger that can be moved. Yeah. So that's my idea anyway. I'm gonna build it out here, use it as like an office, and then I'll sell it. List a price on it, and you know, I'll probably have a customer say, hey, is that for sale? So I'm gonna do it all out of rough cut lumber, the majority of it. And then also, sometime this week I want to split this stump. This is a cedar stump, because it'd make a great table base. If I can get some of these roots, that'd be good. That's box elder, that's walnut. Gotta mill those. Yeah, I'm working on it. That's a good walnut log there. Well, good by my standards. I got one over there that I purchased and started the mill, and turned out it was hollow. That's what I say when people ask, oh, you know, you pay for walnut? Yeah, but sometimes you pay for it and it's hollow, because I didn't know this one was hollow until I cut off a funky end grain on it. So, you know, there's not much I can get out of this log. Let's see if it's hollow all the way through. I'll figure out. No, it's not hollow. A little bit hollow on this end. I'll figure out something to do with it, but, you know. And then this walnut log I was milling, and I hit a bunch of nails, and I just stopped milling it. I can get a couple out of the other side. Pretty much when the blade starts to go, you know, you can see it's already starting to rot pretty good too. Look at that. Oh yeah, because I did my blade cut here. Yeah, I hit it like right about there. So I might flip it over and get a couple slabs out of the back and call it good. But grass bent straws is what I call it. Try to get the best out of everything. When you get logs out of backyards, especially walnut, they're going to have nails in them. It's par for the course. And you just work around it. This is another example of a large walnut log that I paid good for that turned out to be hollow. It happens, you know. So generally I try not to pay too much for walnut logs that come out of backyards or stuff like that, especially down south where I am. They're most likely going to be hollow on the inside. And this one I didn't know until I bucked it, and I milled the top and the bottom, try to get a couple slabs out. But that's a common problem with walnut down here. Yeah. Let's see how many inches across. Oh, 3 feet. About 3 feet in. I'd probably take her. Heavy, heavy. There we go. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's the money. looking good. Mamacita. Woo! Good. There we go. We gotta scream at him if he gets close to his chainsaws. Alright, good. Yeah. It's a pretty big job. Y'all been here for a while, cutting trees. Yeah. Well, he was here last week, wasn't he? Yeah. I don't think it's too bad, though. I might make cookies out of it. People can put resin in it. You know how they love that. Oh, it looks like my ex. I should call her. Sorry. 33 inches, 8 feet long. It's really heavy. So we're gonna see if we can offload these, and I got one of the limbs off the tree. Christine.